I'll take you there with my power.
Son, here we are. Returned, maybe by death. But look how strong we are now. It's like if Subaru could keep all the gains. We went less than like 10 seconds into me talking in this episode before I immediately went into a ReZero reference. Son. I'll try to keep it toned down. I'll try to talk less about anime. I know that's what the kids are in for. We're here for professional Zelda 2 playthrough, son. And I feel like I've been letting y'all down, so we're going to walk straight into this dungeon. First, we're going to walk into this slime bug. Fuck both of you. I'll cast fire. I'm a professional, and professionals kill bouncy tech-type bugs with fire. It's just how it's done. Plus, I mean, look at all that experience. If they kept respawning, I'd sit here and farm them. But Miyamoto doesn't do that. When a good enemy appears, he's like, no, heaven forbid. He's lucky, or we're lucky that he didn't find out about the statue mans, the red knights that you can farm at the entrance. He'd have never allowed it. He'd have made some kind of slightly off red. He'd have made a salmon colored knight that gives no experience. You're just a lot more dangerous than I'm used to a tech type being. Ooh, but you drop a pea bag, son. Your tech tights are small, but I like your pea bag. Alright, well, we got the shit kicked out of us, which means we've got to come to town and see them ladies about getting healed. Son. Look, the cougar lady. I like this town because they put the cougar lady right up front. They're not ashamed of her, son. It's a proud city. I don't have full. There we go. Look, I told you, when the cougar lady gets a hold of you, you're getting full magic. It's like going to your grandma's house. You're not just going to eat, a little bit. Portion control. Son. She's just going to keep coming at you with that scoop of mashed taters. You're like, Grandma, please. I've got to go walk across the ocean and fight my way through a temple labyrinth and put this fucking crystal in Squidward's house. Now, why don't you have a red man in you? I was planning on doing all kinds of grinding because I gotta get to where when we kill the boss, we'll get that 8,000 points. I don't think I'm responsible enough to do it in the actual dungeon. Oh, we got a couple of dungeons left, though. Do we? This is the 5th. No, there's one regular dungeon left, and then there's the Grand Palace. If you can't tell by the name, it's a huge pain in the ass. I took 2 steps into that area, and everybody was against me. Okay, here's what we're going to do. You're going to jump and shoot. I'm going to go boom. Son, the problem is we're not... God damn it. We're not properly utilizing Dragoon tactics. I've already done the 2 things. I've been editing these videos and uploading them, and I'm like, man, all I talk about is ReZero and Dragoons. The crowd's got to be fucking sick of it. So, I've worked that out of my system. I already talked about Squidward's house. I even managed to do that without mentioning a certain blue fox. So there we go. We got all the TMVA Zelda 2 tropes out of the way. The casuals can change the channel now. So I've said all my catchphrases. Blazinga. I don't want to waste magic becoming a fairy, but sometimes you got to. Son, it's a big fairy sandwich, and we've all got to take a bite. Okay, we know what's going on here. We've just got to get across this disappearing bridge without letting the dragon heads fuck us. Son. I feel another classic Tenfey bit coming on, but we'll scoot around it, son. It's time for a new... Look, this is the first video I've recorded since I updated my channel icon, son. So we've got to set a good example. That little Animal Crossing feller, what represents me, son. I want to, I want him to be able to be proud of me. I seem to recall being angry at these things for the rate at which they generate blue blobs. The blue blob generator, I believe they call it. I wonder if it is truly random. Or if there's some sort of significance to the madness. Remember the madness animations on Newgrounds? It was like the guys all just had big gray heads and their face was just like a cross. And they shot the most fucking guns. I used to watch the shit out of those videos. What was that guy that was his name? Crinkles? What is he doing on there? I feel like if we kill one more... See, we're not utilizing our magic urn drop tactics because it's like every so many enemies. I'm just gonna guess 10. I don't know if that's true. So many enemies, you get one of those urns or a pea bag. And if it's a little shitty enemy like a blue slime, you're only gonna get, a blue urn. But if it's like a knight, that's when you get the red urn, as I so aggravatingly did towards the beginning of this playthrough. Alright, I know about your schemes and plans, Fireball Roberts. You old piece of shit. Always appearing in the middle of the night staring in through your windows. I know it was you, because the person threw a fireball and ran away when I noticed them staring at me. Son. Okay. We got one good solid hit on him. Yeah, up here all the way over there, coward. Whatever. Oh no, we've already dove into Shondaru's tendencies. There's no hope. I was hoping he would drop either a pea bag, or I wouldn't mind a red urn, son. A brisk red urn here during the autumn would be nice. Look, I blend into the environment. Haha! Now, why didn't I get the double tap? What do you have to say, Bubble Skull Chan? Look, I got that parabola, the arc, his kinetic energy, son. It was all laid bare to me. Dude, this is the fallen block room. You might wonder why we call it that. Look at him, son. Now, I still think this is the room where you can farm those eyeball guys. I believe it. Son, if Naruto from the kids, did 4Kids stub? Now, how does that block not going to fall there for that long? Son, Miyamoto knew how to lull somebody into a false sense of security. I didn't even get to finish my dumb Naruto joke. Boys, Naruto. We might as well talk about anime while I'm waiting for these blocks to fill up. What else are we I could talk about? But I seem to recall... How far did I even watch Naruto? Oh, it was up to the Sasuke's gonna run away to join the emo club, and Naruto's like, I'm gonna catch that boy and break his arms and legs and fucking tie him to a stick like a bindle, and I'm gonna come a waltzing Matilda back into town with him, son. You tell that squatter mounted on his thoroughbred that he and the troopers 1, 2, 3 can go fucking eat a dick. Where's that jolly Sasuke that you've got in your tucker bag? You'll come a waltzing Naruto with me. Good God, if I do have Australian viewers, son, I don't blame you for unsubscribing. Feel free to write your own terrible Naruto version of the Star Spangled Banner to get back at me, son. Alright, Eyeball Chan. Ugo, Eyeball Chan. Ugo indeed. Alright, here's what we're going to do. We're going to build a platform. Just like Google Stadia. And just like Google Stadia, it's going to be just as effective. Now you flew at the perfect height to piss me off. Okay, he seems to come in more at this angle. Let's take a gander at him. First of all, cast fire. Second of all, cast shield, because you know my dumbass is going to keep getting hit. Plus, I look cooler. Look, it's already paying for itself. Okay. I have the slightest indication that I know I'm doing. Now, is he going to respawn while we sit here, or do I have to, like, jiggle about a little bit? Do I have to shake that elf boy ass? Yeah, I think if I walk off screen and walk back. Look at that, boys. And if we keep up... Well, you appear too quick. How am I supposed to properly farm you when you're using tactics to prolong your life? What if we slide in James Brown? We didn't quite go quick enough, son. My title of hardest working man in Hyrule might get revoked. A feedback from me? Boys, ain't I spoiled? Okay, I realized the problem. We need to be shooting the fireball first and then walking over. Look how fucking easy. Look at these advanced techniques, boys. Yeah, we've done it now. James Piner, so humbled, son. So humbled. He's like the skeptic. He's like the Judge Reinhold in Jingle, not Jingle All the Way, the Santa Claus, when he's like telling that little boy that Santa Claus isn't real and that he's a huge fucking loser for believing in him and that he's totally gonna bang his mom on the couch while Tim Allen cries in the bushes outside. But boys, we fucking saved the day right at the end. Ooh, and pee bags make everything better. Boom. Look, we've done such a good job, and once we finish maxing this shit out, we won't have to worry about min-maxing Squidward's house anymore, son. We can come over and we won't even have to have Crystal with us. So I don't know if Squidward's house would even let me in. I'd bring me, you, and Faye over, but he doesn't consider them canon, even though Star Fox 2 came out in the SNES Classic, boys. Squidward's house, hard man to please, son. Okay. Feel free to do this along at home. If you're the type of person what got your NES out of the attic so you could play this game along with me, son, this is the prime leveling spot. So easy. I guarantee this is something the kids probably could do if you could get them calmed down long enough and understand, you know, time investment and risk versus reward. Hell yeah, I'm just gonna level everything. Fuck you. Experience has no meaning to me anymore. Anyway, speaking of animes, I started watching a new anime. I believe it falls in the popular isekai trope. Isekai meaning like another world. It's called I'm Standing on a Million Lives. And it's about this guy who's in Japanese high school. Can you fucking even imagine? And he ends up in like some kind of weird fantasy world with these two girls from his class. And no, they don't immediately start making out. I assume it's going to happen before the end of it. But anyway, the thing is, you have to roll randomly for your job class in the isekai world. And the one girl got wind mage, and the other girl, who's super timid and shy, got like warrior. So of course she's like, there's 2 red urns. God, I'm spoiled. Anyway, the guy, he rolls the super rare class the first time of being a farmer. Which means he gets like no stat buffs, and he has a sickle and a hoe, and which he immediately breaks both of them trying to fight a goblin. And it's a fucking nightmare. He eventually has to resort to just beating goblins with the broken stick that came off the hoe. But spoilers in the second episode. Look, I can get hit all I want because I can cast like 13 life spells now. Anyway, in the second episode, when he reaches level 10 farmer, one of them disappeared. He's allowed to re-roll, and he re-rolls as a chef, and that gives him a chef's knife. So at least with that, he can like cut a gizzard open, son. Hoo-wee. Feel like we need to start collecting some of these things. Tell you what, let's cast Reflect and jump. Hot damn! I'd cast Fairy, but then I couldn't do nothing because I'd be a fairy. Alright. Fairies are very reactive creatures. Remember the fairy, the Zelda cartoon, which is mostly based on this game. Kind of like how the Mario cartoon from the Super Show was like super based on Mario 2 because it was the newest game. That's why, you know, there's like, they throw vegetables and there's Sniffets and Mousers and Triclides. The only real things they kept from the first series, there are Koopa Troopas. The Koopas, the Troopas, and the others. Let's think. Well, of course, Bowser, aka King Koopa. Was he even... When was he first called Bowser? I remember him being called Bowser in Mario 3, the game. That's like the first time I recall the Bowser name being uttered in my presence. I was like Scar from The Lion King. I was like, never say that name in my presence. No, that would be Wart. Remember Wart? You throw vegetables in his mouth and it's too healthy. It'd be like if I threw vegetables in Tommy in one lemon in his mouth and it killed him. And I'd be like, I saved Subcon. But yeah, there's only been 2 episodes of the anime so far, so I don't know what else to tell y'all. Boom. Me and Tommy watched an anime. I don't remember its real name because I called it Spicy Demon Boy. I believe it was called The Misfit of Demon Academy. It's about a demon lord who like, decides he's tired of being a demon lord, and so he makes a pact with the mythological hero, and is like, I'm gonna let you kill me, and it's gonna make this spell happen that causes world peace, and in 2,000 years I'll be reincarnated, and then I'll get to live in my cool new town that I helped set up, and everybody will think I'm super cool. But then when he's reincarnated, as an infant, he already has like all of his memories and powers and intelligence, so he's already super fucking OP. But nobody like recognizes him as a demon lord. There's like a faked person who in the past like usurped his name and all this shit. It's just a guy being super OP. If you like power fantasy, son, I recommend it. Boys, I thought my anime talk would get us through these grinding times. Don't worry, I'm not going to max everything right here. I just want to get to the point where I don't have to worry about it anymore. So at least we're going to get to that 4,000. He outraced that fucking fireball. Did you see that, boys? Eastbound and down. Son. There's a show called Eastbound and Down that my friend Tommy really likes that I've never watched. It's hard to take show recommendations from him because he loves the show Vice Principals, and I watched one episode of that and it scarred me for life. It was just people being so terrible. I couldn't handle it. Even though it's fiction, it like rocked my soul. It didn't even give me the Beat Boys before it freed my soul. And then I ended up getting lost in its rock and roll, and I drifted away. Okay, so here's what we're going to do. It's a good plan. Boom, I said. Boom resolved, nay. Those are cursed words. Once again, to quote Scar from The Lion King, never say that name in my presence. I do believe the boss, we were probably almost to him when I died, right? I'm pretty sure I've gotten everything. Did I ever find the whistle somewhere in this dungeon? And if there's a cab, I'll have to whistle for it. And when it gets near, I'm hoping that when I glance at the license plate, I'll spy the word fresh. And if I were to look upon the rearview mirror, if I'm ever so lucky, there'll be dice hanging from it. And a cab like that would be pretty rare. But you know what? Forget it. Yo, home's the Bel Air. I thought I knew you were like in Who Framed Roger Rabbit when Judge Doom keeps doing the shaving a haircut but leaving off the 2 bits part. I knew that if I didn't throw that last little part in there, y'all would. Oh, I remember this, and I also remember I've already been over there, so I don't need to go back. Excuse me, I need some of my purple monster. I need some of that purple monster. That's what I say when Julia uses the monster potion in Zombies Ate My Neighbors. This is in my alternate universe fiction where she's a college student. Just like Miko Mita in La Blue Girl. In the American version, she's a college student. Okay, boom. Yeah, I bet we could get this last little bit of experience before we kill the boss. I got to make up for the last one, son. I saw in the comments people were like openly weeping at how terribly I min-maxed the experience gains on the last Squidward's house, son. Even Crystal was disappointed. She had to call over her good friend Renamon to take her mind off of it. And they starred in an SFM video. Okay. Boys, I just cracked them bubbles, son. I'm Elf-Boy swinging. You know, I didn't really notice him last time. Is he just up there to be a pain in the ass? I guess he is. I don't really have a reason to go up there and kill him. And I've got like a ton of room to dodge his bullshit, so. Alright, up here is where I died. I didn't even get to finish my Let's Make a Deal joke that I based the thumbnail of the last video on. But I was going to say Link is up here dressed in some ridiculous outfit like they do in Let's Make a Deal. I don't think he's going to hit me. I'm just casting a shield spell to flex on him. Please don't kill me again. I can't go into explaining Let's Make a Deal with Wayne Brady again. Okay, the problem is we have to anticipate his sword tantrum and plan around it. Why didn't that attack hit him? We also have to plan around the fact that Shigeru Miyamoto is a hack fucking fraud. He's the brother of that guy that made the fart and clown trombone music in the Resident Evil Director's Cut DualShock version. If you want to hear that, just watch my full playthrough of Resident Evil Director's Cut that I put up Christmas of 2018, I think. Oh, why didn't you have that red goodness in you? Speaking of red goodness, there's this asshole. Yep, we're to the boss. Well, if the boss gives us at least 600 experience, we're fine. Do you think I could beat him without... I want at least the fucking shield spell. I don't remember who the boss of this place is. I know it's not the dragon that comes out of the magma pools like Dr. Robotnik in the Oil Ocean Zone. Or Marble Garden Zone if you want to bring up Sonic 1 for some reason. If you're one of those people. I think the spin dash ruined the series. I like running forward and pressing down and hoping to God I have enough momentum. I've never been real impressed with Sonic 1. I guess I'm lucky that Sonic 2 is the first Sonic I played, aka probably the best one. I'd take Sonic 2 over Sonic 3. Now Sonic 3 combined with Sonic and Knuckles is fairly epic, but I don't know. Of course in Sonic 3 with Sonic and Knuckles you could play as Tails the whole game, and he can actually fly, and he can swim and do his adorable swimming animation. That hurts my heart every time I see it. Okay, will you fucking get down here? Oh, you're good. This is one of them advanced skull bubbles that you read about sometimes. In Better Skull Bubbles Monthly. I'm just gonna stand here stabbing my little stubby sword, and if you happen to get caught in it, it's not my fault. God, I'm so intimidated by this bubble for no reason. Ha! I got him like just on the top of the sword. He's going to upload this later and like zoom in and show the hitbox and how it's complete horseshit. I thought there'd be a Magic Pot compatible enemy down here, but it was nothing but bubbles. Wait, I just realized my magic level's so high. I wonder if I have enough to just cast shield. I didn't even try. I'm so used to failing that I didn't even try. It's my only self-defense. You can't say I fucked things up if I never do them. Checkmate. Nope, I'm pressing select. Well, we'll just have to beat him without shield. Of course, I've got all my lives. If I kill him, I'll just get full magic. Well, ain't you fucking pretty? I like that he's just standing there like a stack of pancakes until we advance forward, son. That's the way when he shows this in court later, he can show that we were the aggressor. Well, you've just got a fun little twirly ball, don't you? You remind me of the Discus Lord from Symphony of the Night, in that both of you infuriate me with your horseshit. Okay, now we can cast shield, we can cast jump, we can cast fire. I don't know if fire will help us, but if Fox McCloud's watching, he'll be impressed. He probably won't be too happy considering how many jokes I've made about his canon waifu. Oh, look at that. Miyamoto decided that the magic fireball shouldn't hurt this boss. It's like status effect magic in every JRPG. It doesn't affect the bosses, so who gives a shit? I believe the jump spell has made this harder. Because I've got to hit him right in the fucking mouth. Oh, I could just go on him neckbone style. Okay, James Piner, calm the fuck down. All I'm going to do is cast shield this time. And then I'll have enough. I can cast like life twice. We're just going to go in here and professionally go. Boom. Boom. Tank that shit. Boys, I thought we'd get him down to below half before this point. My God, what is your fucking problem, dude? What did Miyamoto want? Well, Ganon came back. What a fucking mess. I don't like that boss. I don't think that boss is well designed. But in all seriousness, like, what's the gimmick? He twirls that thing. You have to be at least 7 screen distances away from him and not get hit by it. But then when he's done swinging it, you have at least a 6 frame window to get in there and maybe hit him and run away. Boys, what a good boss design. I wish Shigeru Miyamoto was right here, right now, so I could shake his hand and say, good job, you fucking shitlord. Good job, idiot. Wow. Oh God, I hate everything. I hate everything. I still didn't get the fucking whistle. Where did they shove that fucking whistle up in that fucking place's asshole? God almighty. I just want to get through this game so I can record something else. No, wait, I have to play more Dark Souls. I forgot I'm on Tenfey probation. The chief of Tenfey. I'm going to get called into his office again. I just lived down the whole Ring of Varda scandal from enemy drops only. And just got back on. And now I'm back on probation, son. I guess we need to go in here and wander around some more. I mean, I could look up a map on the internet. Would you prefer? I mean, it would probably make the video better than me just wandering in there and getting killed over and over. I'm just saying. These little guys are just a laugh fucking riot. At least a sword laser does something to them. Jesus. Okay, good. I turned around just in time to make sure I got hit by him. That's a pro gamer move. That's a pro Tenfey move right there, son. Becomes a bullet hell shooter for just this brief moment. A bubble hell shooter, we'll call it. Dragon heads, what can I say? Back to you. Alright, easy squeezy. Then we've got these Red Knights. I've got these action bills. I am going to keep using Minecraft Tactics on him though. Minecraft Tactics sounds like some kind of spin-off. Look, we got a blue pot. Good for us. Buddy boy, buddy boy. Well, don't you just have the longest sword? It's almost like you got an actual sword. I just get the fucking Kokiri sword. Look, somebody get to the wiki. Is the Kokiri sword the sword from Zelda 2? No, wait, I forgot. Zelda 2 takes place in the very distant future of Ocarina of Time, which means, no, this Link didn't put the Kokiri sword there. It's the Kokiri sword that he took. Even though you said you were just borrowing it. Boys, Mito's gonna talk the most shit to you and tattle to Saria. Because he's a huge fucking simp. Good. We're killing old men that throw fireballs, so at least we're getting back into the spirit of things. There's no reason I shouldn't have hit him right then. I was cheated. So that's the reason. Ollie, ollie, oxen free. Alright, here's what I'm going to do to y'all. Just because I feel bad for you, that you decided to pick somebody so bad at video games to admire and follow. I'm going to sit here and farm this guy, and I'll just edit it out of the video. Because you can't possibly want to hear me talk about anime anymore.
2 hours later.
There was that time that Gene Starwind had to go to that hot springs planet to get those forbidden caster shells. And anyway, vis-a-vis Asia Clan asshole day. Oh, okay, good. We're gotten basically where we were when I fucked up last time, right? We're in that same ballpark. So I'm thinking there's too many red urns. I'm too spoiled. Damn you. Damn you. Okay, let's advance forward. Son, if I were to compare the way we're advancing forward right now, the only person I could compare it to is Claude Kenny from Sarisha 2. It's me, Claude Kenny, from school. Why? I don't need. Fine. Boom. Boom. Just for fun. Woo! I'm powerful! One of them super jumping Fire Dragoons. That's when the Dragoons, they wanted to rebrand them for the 90s and make them edgier. Now, if I recall, this leads back to where I got killed by those skeleton fish that time. Look at that, the double! My God, I'm working that into the thumbnail somehow. There's some way I'm going to get down thrusting them two old men in the thumbnail, and y'all are going to, everything's going to be forgiven. Son, James Piner will be there crying, throwing bouquets of roses at me, son. Alright. Now, where the hell is the whistle? I know that if we go up this next elevator, it must be down here. Did I ever go down here? Okay, this looks somewhat familiar. Dragon heads. Do I recall? I don't remember making that many dragon head jokes in the last episode, so I don't know if I've been down here or not. That's how I can track my progress. You know one of them things is gonna... No, I figure we get one of them things in Grease Lightning mode. Red Knights. Buddy boy. All the Red Knights. My Red Knights bring all the loot to the yard. Okay, we must have come down here and got a key at some point, because it looks like the spot where you'd find one. I wouldn't wipe my ass with a blue magic urn. I'd use the blue magic urn, I'd pour it in the toilet tank, and it'd be like those little hockey puck things you can buy that like make it where when you flush it's blue and everybody gets real impressed. I'm just sitting here dumbfounded. This is the level of banter the Tenfey channel's been reduced to. Well, you've just got a key. And I means to have said key. So why don't you come down here and fight me in a knightly manner? We just poke our head up and he comes running so angrily. We did a damn good job of fighting that knight. Fight night! Ah, that's the telltale sign of an old man what throws a fireball. How did I jump and down thrust directly onto the fire? Boys, I hope that doesn't take away from when that time I stabbed two old men at the same time. And it was super cool. I want that fucking bubble to torment me. Ha! Once again, I caught him with just the top cusp of my hitbox. I guess you're supposed to interpolate the light arc of the slice. That's going to be the name of Link's book he's going to write back in the 80s. And then when he becomes president 30 years later, everybody can talk about it. Oh, I'm tired of you. And your frame perfect dodges. Okay. We got all our lives. I'm confident that we won't game over until we get that 8,000. Too late. You should have appeared closer to me. Now your faithful skull bubble companion has been slain. Whoop. A lot of big open hallways here. I like houses with like vaulted ceilings because I'm a very large man and I get, you know, it's nice to not feel so claustrophobic. It's nice to know that if I were to imitate Claude Kenny's Rippler Blast Killer move from Star Ocean 2 that I wouldn't destroy any light fixtures like I did twice back in the trailer I used to live in. Which is featured in Tenfey's Nostalgic Storage Shed adventure. Sword Tantrum is my biggest weakness because I always forget he does it. That was an all lower Sword Tantrum. Those are rare. Now how is that fucking hitting me? Do I not even get a red urn for my troubles? Really? Oh, Miyamoto got us. Dead end hallway in a dungeon. Classic Miyamoto, boys. He's watching us right now laughing, pissing himself laughing. Son, it's still funny to him after all these years. Oh, good God. You know what? One thing I haven't really talked about in this playthrough is I like how every dungeon has a slightly different aesthetic. Because, you know, it's the same just pillars and bricks. Actually, I think the texture of the pillars or the bricks in the background and the foreground and such vary along with the color. Kind of like how in the original game the different dungeons had different colors, but they used the same blocks. You know what I'm saying? Oh, finally, one of those things when I want it. Woohoo, just what I needed. Well, this isn't exactly what I needed. Let's see if he somehow makes his way out of that little fucking hole I made him. He did it! Nature found a way. They made the bubble skulls. They used frog DNA to fill in the gaps. You're telling me a temple populated entirely by female skull bubbles will find a way to procreate? Well, he's Jeff Goldblum, and that's what he's saying. He's going to take his shirt off and lay in the back of a Jeep. That's the reason that T-Rex was chasing him, son. He saw Jeff Goldblum laying there, fucking marinating in his own fucking juices, and he had to have him. Oh, good. Let's cast Jump. Let's cast Shield. And let's cast Life. And let's go up here and have words with this fella. We did it. We had an exchange of ideals, and I'd like to think I had the better wordplay. Alright, up here is the Night Gauntlet to the boss. I like how they put the orange guy in the front. God bless his heart. Alright, I'm going to defeat you without getting hit a single time. I believe in myself, the heart of the cards. Guy, the fierce knight. Sword tantrum, here it comes. Watch his blows. Body blow. Boom, 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 boom. Oh, damn it! He used the old boot scoot low throw, son. Boys, the more you boast on your YouTube channel, the more powerful he gets. He's powered by avarice. I ain't going in there to fight the boss. Tony Danza's gonna have to fucking get over it. I'll fight him when I have level 8 sword. Okay, over here we've already been. The whistle's got to be down here somewhere. But we've been down here. I know we have. That fire... Okay, last time he appeared like right inside of our bodies. And I had to make a joke about the teleporter accidents in Next Gen. And phasing through the floor and all that shit. Teleporters are fucking horrifying when you think about it. I mean, I'd still use one. Because even if it's not my consciousness being carried over, it means that the poor asshole that gets created at the end of the teleporter has to live on as me, son. I get away scot-free. Just like Harry with that watermelon. In that food safety video John reviewed, son. Yep, everyone thinks you're real cool. Mm-hmm. Let me guess, you're gonna throw a fireball and teleport away. No, it's fine. Real original. You know, I've never up-thrusted one of these to death. I gotta say, if you were gonna try to use your up-thrust to impress all the Dragoon ladies, then I couldn't imagine any better way of doing it than to up-thrust one of these bubbles to death, boys. The two of you are the perfect fucking storm to piss me off. There! I'm killing you with an up-thrust and all the Dragoon ladies are gonna come swooning. Okay. The Dragoon ladies get there at my clubhouse, and I don't let them in, and I'm like, look, I put up a sign that says no Dragoon ladies. And they're like, but Freya's in there, and I said, well, it says ladies, that's plural. We can have one. Now get the hell off my property. Okay. We did it! We finally got level 8 sword. I can finally stop feeling bad when I fuck up. I remember you because I came down here and you were guarding a key. I don't care about sword tantrum, boys. I'm powerful. I can fuck my way through a sword tantrum. I'm gonna die because the game is horseshit and I've done nothing wrong. No, Darkside Phil, avenge me. Okay. Now that I've refilled my magic strategically, which is what I was actually doing, and I death ward back to the beginning of the fucking room, boys. Speedrun strats, magic refilled, even James Piner would have to admit that there's some benefits to get you fucking killed. Woo woo wee woo woo. Okay, warp zone, etc. Now where is the fucking whistle? Over here led to another dead end, I do believe. But I suppose we have to cover all of our tracks. Look, I one-shot them fucking things with level 8, son. Red Knights ain't shit to me. Oh yeah, the up thrust. Once I start up thrusting, son, I don't stop till the sun comes up. That's why we call it the up thrust. Oh no, don't don't tell the dragon ladies that I missed that one. Alright. Was it like just a completely different route? Now at the beginning of the dungeon, I'm pretty sure going right was a dead end, wasn't it? It still takes that many hits to kill one of them fucking things with level 8 sword. See, we've been down here. All of this is familiar country. We'll just have to keep working back. I know the whistle has to be in here because we can't get to the next part of the continent without it, because there's a big monster standing at the head of the river, and apparently you're not allowed to stab him to death. It's that fucking thing from Silent Hill 3 that Heather has to read the magic spell to make it disappear. Alright, we know what this room is, and we know it's complete horseshit. Yeah, there you go. I was trying to duck when I landed, and I down thrusted. Please, dear Jesus, don't let the Dragoon ladies be watching this episode. Okay. Have I mentioned in the last breath, somebody put up the minutes since Tenfey has seethed about Miyamoto sign, and just have it scratched out with a big 0 sign. The Red Knights think they're hot shit, but the only reason they're anything is because of these infinite fucking skullfish. Boys, how many hits does it take to get to the center of one of them bubble skulls? It's one of you, my best friends, the Blue Swordsman. Well, yeah, I know. I already know that you're guarding a dead end, that there might be a red urn at. Sword tantrum, son. So do we kill them in 3 hits now? Oh, goody. Now we know there's a way to get around to that. I guess it's at the entrance. I should have gone right. I'm sure James Piner, the master. James Piner has not, I guaranteed he hasn't played this game in 20 fucking years. Talking mad shit to me. Look, there he was. Miyamoto's chosen fucking skullfish coming at me. You know what this room reminds me of? The fucking levels in Mario where the damn cheeps. Just cast jump, Ben. You might as well. Rip Van Halen. Boys, I recorded that last string of episodes making the most references to Van Halen and Jump. And he actually died like before I uploaded him. Son, I killed him. I killed him with kindness. Just think of all the education that I missed. But then my Dragoon homework was never quite like this. Do 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 do. I'm hot for teacher. Boys, are we having a good time here in the dungeon? Collectively as a unit. Okay. We're gonna cartography our way across here. Whoop. Little snake boys. Drop pea bags. Now, I vaguely recall this hallway, and I probably threw a big fucking tantrum in it. That was completely justified. Jelly blob, yeah, and it's just one of these fucking things. And then, spoilers, if you wanted a red urn out of it, you can fucking deal with it. You get the blue urn. I wonder if like a TAS could manipulate the game's RNG. Here, let's just hit inputs. I don't know how this game cycles through RNG values, if it's just like every frame or every input. We have to do our step counter if we want to encounter War Mech on the bridge. Imagine if I had encountered War Mech in the classic TMVA Final Fantasy. Okay, there's another dead end that we ain't got to worry about. We're doing alright. We're down to our last life, but we're scrappy and adventure-y. My military knowledge, though I'm plucky and adventurous, has only been something to the beginning of the century. But still, in matters animal, vegetable, and mineral, I am the very modern of the modern Major General. I don't know the actual lyrics of that song. I only know the reboot version. No, you don't get away with that. Come back here. I'm like Raphael chasing Casey Jones in the Ninja Turtle movie. The first Ninja Turtles movie is a good movie. I saw that in theaters. I was like 5 years old. When Raphael yelled, "Damn," I ran out the theaters crying and screaming, hoping that baby Jesus wouldn't turn me away. I think, is that the same bubble that I did the same thing? I turned around in complete disregard to Ace of Base's wishes and got hit in the back of the head. God. I still always wonder if there's somehow secrets hidden in these. So we might as well for satisfaction's reasons. I guess we could be doing it like that, but then you gotta like jump. And you get to it once, like we did the old man. Nope. Somehow blocks are sturdier than old men. There's nothing hidden in those men. You're wasting everybody's fucking time. Dragon head statues. Love to talk shit. Okay, we've left the dungeon. I don't believe I came across the warp whistle at any point inside that dungeon. If we leave the dungeon now and go back in there, all the knights and fireball men we've killed will come back. I think it's shitty that this dungeon doesn't give you a respawning. I guess the reason it doesn't is because they figure you could just walk back to town without getting into an encounter. But that's no excuse. Now I know it's not behind the boss, because none of the dungeons do that. The item is always somewhere in the dungeon, separate from the boss. I wish we were in a better looking dungeon. This one's very green. And combined with the greenness of the character we're playing, it's overwhelming. The color theory, the valance and such. The pastels and the hues and the hexadecimal integers and all that shit. Curious, something shading. I don't know, something Strong Sad said in the Dragon email of Homestar Runner. See, if you could just drop blue slimes at this rate, we'd all have a good time. Look at that, spoiled. Maybe they drop proportional to how much magic you have left. I don't believe that's the case, but it could be. I wish we had the Mantarok rune from Eternal Darkness, Sanity's Requiem. And we could cast that purple buff that just regenerates all of your stats. I'm thinking about Eternal Darkness because I talked about it and linked it in the Animal Crossing. The first Life in Curacento. The new hit Tenfey series that everybody loves. I didn't really intend it to be a series or anything. I just recorded it because I wanted to relax and just chat it up with y'all for a little bit. It really would be a better game to stream. There's no way I'm getting through this room without getting fucking head kicked in by one of them. Ow. Or I meant one of these blocks. I'm tempted to sit there and farm him for red urns. But I honestly don't feel like waiting for all the fucking blocks. Oh, look at that. Once again, to quote the terrible voice clips they gave Mario in the Super Mario Advanced games on the Game Boy Advance. Woohoo, just what I needed. I wish that shit could be turned off. Let's just go kill the boss. I don't know what else to do. No, I don't have the... I keep looking to see if I accidentally picked it up, but I don't have the whistle. No cabs will come near, son. Don't worry. I realized that by court order I'm only allowed one Fresh Prince of Bel-Air reference per recording session. Haha! I'm slipping and sliding through these skull bubbles, son. Here's the question though, can I kill this motherfucker in one try? I guess I'll play the game correctly and try to use strategy and tactics. God, y'all spoil everything. I just want to flail my sword around and then blame everyone else like a professional. Shield is the only thing that'll help us. I'm hoping we can get 2 life casts. Okay, let's think about this man. Now his whole body can be hit, but he guards himself with an aura of malice in the form of a spiky ball that he spins around. And let's see, what's the trick? Okay, he goes woo 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 woo. Then he comes at you, woo woo woo. So in that brief moment he's coming at you, you skedaddle over here and just kind of give him a little tap. Be like, hey buddy, I'm the hero. Oh, I can cast life magic. That's how you know I'm the hero. Oh God! Why is my sword range so short? Well, that was the easiest fucking boss in the game. Why didn't you crowd tell me? I'm here worrying. Shonk. There's Squidward's house. Fuck it. We'll level up our life. I'm like, look, Squidward's house, I couldn't bring Crystal over this time, but I did bring over Dr. Comet. So it's basically the same thing. Boys, I missed that man.